we are concerned about all the aliens living illegally in our country. But as for the Ghanaians, there are more than 1 million Ghanaians living in Nigeria as at present. And the majority of them are illegal immigrants. Now we have an arrangement in the ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, in which there is free movement of persons in the member countries. But this free movement is not unlimited. Now what happens in Nigeria is that most of the immigrants from member countries just enter Nigeria on the pretext of visit, which is restricted to 90 days, and instead of 90 days, they stay indefinitely. And many of them take up jobs without caring to get job permits or residence visas. And we are getting too many of them. There are also very many of them who are jobless, and their presence has increased crime in our country. So there is a limit to the extent in which we can allow this. That is why we have asked all those who have no job or no residential visa and residential permit to go back to their countries. When I left Nigeria, very, very few Ghanaians have been able to reach Ghana because Ghana has closed its borders. Long before we made our announcement asking aliens to go out. So when the Ghanaians wanted to go to their countries, those of them who made attempt to go, they were stopped from the border between Nigeria and Benin Republic because the Beninese government refused Ghanaians to enter into their country in transit for fear that if Ghana refuses to open her borders, then they will stay in Benin. So these Ghanaians have to camp at the border, waiting for their country to open the border to allow them to go in. There was no report of molestation of these people, either on the border or within Nigeria. I have not heard of any case about molestation of Ghanaians. You asked a question why we give them two. It's meant to facilitate and promote trade between our two countries. That is, it includes and also proposals to ensure a more balanced trade and so on. That is about the trade agreement. The second one is on protocol. The third agreement, which was signed, was a process verbal on the cultural and educational agreement on the 14th of August of last year by the Indian I didn't quite hear.